Hello lovelies, how are you all doing? It's 5 days till Christmas. It's exciting, I'm happy, the little ones are getting excited and overwhelmed. My little ones are making noise outside, which you can probably hear. I do have my lovely littlest, my lovely littlest in with me like she usually is, because you know, mummies don't get any peace and quiet. She said, "Shush, even though it's my video, how rude!" But yeah. Because I was going to film downstairs all the Christmasness as it's nearly Christmas, but it's too much noise. The hubby's just decided that it's his company, he's going to be at home shut for Christmas now, which is nice. But yeah, so everyone's there. Yeah, I'll sort it all out later on dinner. We've got the dentist in a bit, so I'm going to try and do this, get everyone ready, teeth brushed, go. Just wang it out.
What was this?
You need a good wash. That's getting crazy.
What was this?
Beauty blend that needs a good wash. Anyway, some of you who may have watched my videos, or the little few I've got that have subscribed to me, may recall, or can go and find it, I think it's inside the playlist, that I did last year the darker sort of traditions of Christmas and the darker characters that are around Christmas. Yeah, shush. So I thought I'd do another one because there are still quite a few that I haven't looked into and talked about with you. And they were quite interesting and quite scary last time, I have to say. These ones are a bit more milder, but still, you know, to us people in England and stuff, we don't really have this, like a lot of the Scandinavian sort of countries in that do. It's kind of, ooh, I can't imagine telling my kids something like that. So you think about it, even Santa's a little bit, isn't it? He sees you all the time when you're sleeping, and so I tell my kids he doesn't watch you when you go to the toilet, and you're fine when you have a shower, so they're happy about that. But anyway, in no particular order at all, and I forgot what I was going to do because I should introduce it like I always do. See, everything's topsy-turvy and I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome to another episode of Ghosts, Myths and Legends. Are you sitting comfortably? Shall we begin? And as I was saying before, in no particular order of scariness, whatever, just how I researched them and broke them up. I do also have my notes because some of it I have to read them because of the names and things. We will start with Belsnickel. Now Belsnickel is like a mix between Yeah, Belsnickel. He's like a mixture of Santa and Krampus. He would be like Yeah, and Krampus. He would be like a mixture of the two. Yes, darling. Now, Belsnickel is from Germany. He wears furs and tattered, dishevelled clothes. A lot of the time he wears a mask that has a really long tongue. He carries a birch, I don't know if it's birch, I don't know where that comes from, but he carries like a switch in his hand so that he can punish wicked children, a little bit like the Krampus bit, and obviously he can whip them with a switch. But for all the good children he does reward them, and he is known to have his pockets filled with cakes and candies and treats for the good children. Yes, I think shush. Now, apparently, when he goes around the houses, you don't know he's there at first. Everything's all still and quiet, and you know, settling in for your Christmases. And the first thing you know to know that he's around is there's a little tapping on your windows. And then all of a sudden he bursts through the house. Have you been good? What have you been doing this year? What good things have you done? Have you been naughty? And then he can dole out the said punishment or treat. So, from Belsnickel, we move on to the Yule cat. Now, I'm going to use the English name, the Yule cat, because I am not going to do anyone the injustice and indignity of me trying to pronounce this Icelandic word, because I can't. and it would be terrible. So yeah, it's the Yule cat in English. The Yule cat is, like I said, he's an Icelandic creature. He is a large, vicious, terrifying cat that stalks through the Icelandic countryside in the wintertime. Now, our Yule cat doesn't prey on mice and birds and things, no. His prey that he loves to munch down on is people. And the people that our Yule cat likes to munch down on are people who have not been given a single item of new clothing, or who are not wearing a single item of new clothing on Christmas Eve. Now, this was meant to go hand in hand with the legend of laziness, that if you worked hard and you did chores and you did your jobs, then you could have the money, you could have an item. It doesn't have to be the whole outfit, but an item of clothing. If you didn't, then you were lazy and you didn't have the money and you couldn't get it, and laziness is a punishable thing. So that is what our Yule cat does, likes to eat those without any new clothing. So yeah. Now the second one, I forgot to add as well. Now this bit will sound a bit like I'm doing the Gruffalo, but the noticeable aspects of our Yule cat is he has razor-like whiskers, blazing eyes, and terrible claws. Yeah, see, a bit like the Gruffalo. But anyway, so yeah. So for our last little dark tradition for this year, we are doing the Yule lads. Now this is what they come up as. I haven't seen, I don't think, the Icelandic name, which is probably a good thing again, because obviously I don't want to mess it up. I have no idea of any of their sort of names and proper translations, so I'll use the English versions of them, but there are 13, so I definitely need my notes for this. Sorry. But anyway, the Yule lads are a group of dwarf gnome-like creatures. There are 13 of them, and in the 13 days leading up to Christmas, one by one, they individually take turns to go up to the houses of children and to cause mischief. And then, as well as playing mischief, which they adore doing, they punish naughty children and reward good children. Now, over this period, it's the 13 days leading up to Christmas, so they'll be well on their way now doing it. We, I say we, I mean I don't do it, it's not my tradition, but yeah, the children, in preparation for their visits, it's a nail polish baby, put it in. They leave shoes on their windowsill, and if the Yule lads think that they've been good, then they will fill up their shoes with sweets and little small treats. Baby, shush for a minute. If they find them naughty, then they put rotten potatoes in their shoe, and I suppose this goes on for 13 days. Now, each one has their own characteristic, their own certain aspect of mischief and thing that they like to do and cause trouble. And as there are 13 of them, like I said, I need to look at my notes, so I'm sorry. Okay, so the first one you have is Sheep Cot Clod. Now, he harasses sheep for whatever particular reason floats his boat, but he is impaired by his peg legs. He's got peg legs, and he's, yeah. So. And then you will find Gully Gok. He hides in gullies waiting to steal milk.
Steal milk?
Yeah, to steal people's milk. Not nice, is it?
Yeah.
And then you have Stubby. Okay, now he's really small and he steals pans to eat the crusts that are left over in the pans. Spoon licker. Spoon licker. He steals and licks your spoons. He's very thin and malnourished. I suppose he would be if all he's doing is licking spoons, poor thing. It's like, what is he doing for the rest of the year? Does he not eat anything? Then we have Pot Scraper. He steals leftovers from pots. It's not too bad at the minute, is it? Not really, on the grand scheme of things. I mean, still experience a bit inconvenient. There's always experience going missing in my house. I didn't know that I had Yule lads, but who knows? Because you can never find things. Then you have bowl licker. Now he waits under your bed for bowls, which he then steals to eat whatever might be left inside. Now this one could be a bit annoying. We have door slammer who comes next, and he likes to slam doors hard, especially in the night. Then this one, I love this one. You have Skier Gobbler, and he loves Skier yogurt. So he likes to take your Skier yogurt. Yeah. Then the next day you would have Sausage Swiper. Now he steals your sausages. Which, does he steal them before you cook them? Does he steal them after you've cooked them? Does he manage to steal them while you're trying to eat them? Not clear on that. Could be a very mild to middling annoyance. Then you have Window Peeper. Sure there's a few of them around. He loves to peek through your windows looking for things to steal. Then we have Doorway Sniffer. Now our Doorway Sniffer, he has a large nose and he loves to sniff through doors for bread. Okay. Does he want normal bread or gluten bread? Because apart from my poor hubby needed it, you can happily take our gluten bread, I'll tell you. Gluten-free bread, I should say, because gluten bread's fine. Anywho. Then we have Meat Hook. Now this one would be quite creepy. Meat Hook steals meat with its hook. Okay. And then you get Candle Stealer, who follows the children to steal their candles. Obviously from when they're electric, or when there's maybe power cuts and they're walking around to the toilet or the bedroom and they've got a candle and the little bugger likes to steal it from them so they're left in the dark. Which, it could be a scary one for kids, but does our story end there? No, and I haven't found out much about it, I suppose because it was banned. But now they're just mild sort of to middling in annoyances and inconveniences. Back in the past, the stories of what the Yule lads did were brutal and scary and downright shocking. And they were so bad that they were eventually banned, and that parents were banned from telling their children any of the horrific stories, and it got changed to their more annoying thing. Now, what could be a good video is if you could find maybe some of the horrifying stories of what they did. I didn't find any when I was researching so far because I suppose, like I said, they're banned. But I might do some digging just to see, because when you think of things like Meat Hook and that, you can let your twisted minds maybe think about some of the stories they were told. No wonder they banned them. The poor kids must have been absolutely petrified. But I shall look into that. As long as I don't give myself nightmares, because, you know. But anyway, that's it for another episode of all the dark traditions of Christmas and all the weird wacky things that people have and celebrate and do with their Christmas legends. So, be careful, watch out, be good, don't be lazy, and if your sausages go missing, or you're stolen spoons like mine, maybe it's those Yule lads and they've toned down their act a bit. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, ding-a-ling and all that stuff, and we'll do more of these. Might be able to even go downstairs at some point and get some Christmassy background going. If I don't see you for another episode at any point soon, have a very, 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 very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope you'll be safe, good to see your loved ones, keep well and healthy. Love you guys. Bye.